To level the bike, you want to grab the console mast and tilt it from side to side. If it needs leveling, the 4 levelers are located underneath the bike, 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. They loosen and tighten easily to ensure your bike is completely level. To clean the bike. To clean the bike, you can wet a shop rag or paper towel with water and a mild cleaner or detergent. Wipe down main frame, fan cover, and console to remove sweat and dust. Pedal the test bike. To make sure the console is reading the RPMs, get on the bike. It should start right away. Should immediately read watts, speed, RPMs, and eventually register distance and calories. Check for creaks and clunks. If it did not register, follow the wire all the way down to the main frame and ensure the speed sensor is adjusted properly. Loosen the screw just below the sensor with a Phillips screwdriver. Make a small adjustment to the flange and then retightening the screw. If it still does not register, check the connection cable behind the console. If it doesn't work after that, the part will need to be replaced. Resetting the console. To ensure that your speed sensor is working, do a hard reset by holding the stop button until beeps. This will enforce a hard reset for the console, and as soon as you start the pedal, the screen will instantly display metrics. Protective layer. On the screen, there is a protective layer which you can choose to keep on or take off. There is also a layer on the buttons as well as the programs on the right side. To change batteries, locate the battery door on the underside of the console. Remove the battery door. Remove batteries and replace with 2 new AA batteries. The screen will beep if they have been installed properly. Replace the battery door. To adjust the seat. The seat can be adjusted up and down as well as fore and aft. To adjust it up and down, loosen the front knob until you are able to pop it out. Then adjust the seat to desired level and retighten the knob. To adjust the seat fore and aft, loosen the knob underneath the seat until you are able to pop it out. Adjust the seat to the desired level and retighten the knob. The bike seat should sit slightly below your hip. Tightening of main axle bolt. Maintenance of the Assault AirBike requires tightening of the main axle bolt, shown here. To tighten the nut, you'll need an extended 22mm open-ended wrench. Insert the wrench and tighten the bolt to make sure it's nice and snug. From the assembly video, tightening crank fixing bolts. You'll want to tighten the pedal crank and the bell crank. Both have an 8mm Allen bolt. Use your 8mm Allen key to make sure both bolts are nice and tight. Checking chain tension, tightening your chain. The majority of chain issues are with the longer chain, which you can access on the left side. If your bike chain is loose, it will naturally hit the chain guard and you will hear a slapping sound. You'll need a 15mm wrench as well as a 10mm wrench. To tighten the chain, you'll work only in the front of the bike. If it's too tight, you'll work only in the back of the bike. First, use your 15mm wrench to loosen the axle bolt. Then, take your 10mm wrench and push down on the 10mm nut as shown. This will pull the chain forward to tighten it. To finish, use your 15mm wrench to retighten. If the short chain is loose, you can access it from the right side. You can test the short chain by testing the pedals because there will be a little give in the pedals if the short chain is loose. You can tighten the chain by using the 15mm bolt located here and the 10mm nut here. Take your 15mm wrench and loosen the 15mm bolt a little. Then use your 10mm wrench, push upward, and tighten the chain. Once the chain is tight, use your 15mm wrench to retighten the bolt. Check the pedals again to make sure there is no give. To level the bike, you want to grab the console mast and tilt it from side to side. If it needs leveling, the 4 levelers are located underneath the bike, 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. They loosen and tighten easily to ensure your bike is completely level. To clean